My name is Joel Falk. I've been a massage therapist for about 24 years, and for personal trainer for about half that. So I facilitate the Qi Gong program. Have since, I'm not sure exactly what year, but it was about 15 years now. And some of the members have been very long-standing members, and others have come more recently to the program. Qi Gong is all about the use of the breath, meditation, slow movement, stretching, and I was introduced to that originally by my mom, who did it for probably a couple decades prior to me, who was a 3-time cancer survivor herself. So that's kind of part of it. And I did a medical Qi Gong workshop many years ago in the early 2000s. And that's kind of how it came to be. And I've been blessed to be a part of a lot of people's cancer journeys along the way. And have friendships with various members that have been a part of the group that has transitioned from in person to, obviously in the last 3 or 4 years, to virtual. It's been wonderful. We take a summer break in the Qi Gong program. It starts, if I recall correctly, September 3rd is the first Tuesday back. It's all virtual. It runs 7:30 p.m. on Tuesdays, and it's weekly until there's a couple weeks off in there, but weekly until I think it's December 17th, and then we go roughly from there to May or June, and with the occasional week off and that kind of stuff. It's all been virtual for the last 3 or 4 years. In terms of how to sign up, that is through, they can email volunteer@hopespring.ca to be a part of that initiative. I was in contact with one of the previous executive directors at HopeSpring, many years ago, and they were looking for a Qi Gong instructor at that time. And that's how it kind of came to be. And then, the rest, as they say, is history. I can't remember. Yeah, I think probably the use of the diaphragmatic breath to reduce stress levels, and to facilitate the movement of energy through the body as part of the class. Qi Gong is really kind of literally translated about breath work. And so that's probably the number one. And then transitioning off of that is how the use of the breath affects a person's stress levels, which directly or indirectly, depending on how you look at it, is highly related to just about every disorder or condition going, including cancer, obviously. And so the lower a person's stress levels and heart rate and blood pressure and whatnot are, the more efficient their immune system is going to be, and the more efficient energy flows through the body. That's how I look at it. Well, a lot of connections actually. I haven't personally had cancer, but my mom has 3 times. She's a 3-time cancer survivor. Qi Gong was a integral part of her recovery from cancer. My sister passed away at 13 of leukemia back in 1981, and then more recently, my wife had cancer, breast cancer, last year. So she went through the radiation process and whatnot, which was obviously difficult to watch. But wanted to kind of have her use the principles of Qi Gong in her recovery as much as possible. And then the various members of the Qi Gong class, I've had a chance to get to know over the years, and some more closely than others, especially those that have been a part of it for such a long time. And they have really profoundly influenced my journey and how I look at the cancer journey. First and foremost, seeing the role that it's played in people's recovery that I've known very well. My family, friends, and whatnot, and others that I haven't known as well. Some newer members to the program and whatnot. That's an inspiration, I guess. Also, I think in addition to the medical piece of how healing something like Qigong and meditative art can be, I've found personally that it has helped me kind of be more grounded, more calm at times, and that can be a big part of being in a centered and relaxed place, and that can be a big part of preventing cancer in the first place, or any other disorder for that matter. So that, I guess mostly, if you really want an inspiration, it's people. People around me that have inspired. So a Qigong class is very meditative, calming in nature. It has a lot to do with deepening your breathing, aligning with your posture, and balance. That's another big thing. And there's something called Qi, or the flow of energy that flows through your body, and that's what we're helping to stimulate with the use of the breath, with visualization, with putting ourselves in a nice, calm, deep, centered place. The exercises, and kind of over time getting that right in terms of when to inhale, when to exhale, and that kind of stuff. That's all a part of it, but it comes in time. It's not something that you just learn overnight. But kind of learning the exercises and kind of getting all of that to be a part of the Qigong experience is important. But what's more important before that, and those skills come along with time. What's more important is kind of learning to be in that grounded, calm mental state, and letting go of negativity, negative emotions, or anything else that comes along with it, and gathering energy, positive energy, and building that through the body. Those are kind of critical. This is one of the warm-up exercises that we always start with. It's called temple gongs, and it's initiated from your pelvis, and you're literally turning. It's from your pelvis, and then your ankles and your knees and your hips and your spine and your shoulder girdle and your neck all kind of start turning in synchrony. And then when you get enough body momentum, tapping your kidneys, your abdominal organs, your heart and lungs, just kind of warming everything up. Warming up your spine and your muscles and your joints and your various organs. And then coming out of that, about as slowly as you want to do it. Nice and slowly. Another thing that we do is some tapping. So finding your thymus, which is just underneath your collarbone, and just doing a little tapping of your thymus, stimulating some immunity. There are a lot of them. So I would say that the most common theme would be just being more relaxed and more calm. finding that their people are lowering their blood pressure.